Week 18 of the National Football League. And we've got CeeDee Lamb. He's putting together one of the better seasons in league history. It's the Cowboys and the Shamrocks, and it's coming right up on EA Sports.
This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we are thrilled to once again return to the gateway to the West, the proud city of St. Louis, Missouri. It's all about divisional matchups on this final day of the regular season, and we've got a compelling one in store here, as it'll be the Dallas Cowboys taking on the Shamrocks of St. Louis. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you take a look at our home side as we enter play here. It's been a good season for them so far. They're just looking to keep that momentum going forward.
They like their record. Now they want to increase it. A win here could really get the momentum going in the right direction.
Meanwhile, for the visitors here, the Cowboys. And this is what every one of these guys waits for each and every week, CD. That moment of anticipation just before the game begins.
I know most of these guys have played well over 100 games dating back to their high school days. Imagine that number could go all the way back to the Little League type of ball. But that excitement before a game, it never gets old. They all know how to channel it once they actually kick this one off, though.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by the former number 3 overall pick back in 2021. It's Trey Lance.
In recent years, we've seen a lot of love for North Dakota State in the NFL draft. And Trey Lance, he's a great example of what the Bison are sending to the league each and every year. This guy looks like a franchise quarterback. He wants his opportunity to prove it to the rest of the league.
Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down. So, CD, here we are. You look at how well this offense has played all year, 16-0. Now, in most years, they'd be at home right now enjoying time off for a perfect season, getting ready for the postseason. But this is the decade of the 2020, so that means 17 games are what's needed to get through a perfect season. Would a win here make them an all-timer for you?
It would. It absolutely would. And I realize we're not comparing apples to apples because of the length of regular seasons. But if you think back to the 1972 Dolphins, they were 14-0 in the regular season. 3 wins made them a Super Bowl champion, so they were 17-0 total. Imagine getting through 17 now and then continuing on and winning the Super Bowl. They're an all-timer team already for me.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Down inside the 40. These two teams getting a couple of late season tilts this year. Their first meeting was not too long ago, back in week 12. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. Lance. And this one complete to Smith. Catch number 44 on the year. It's a first down. From the gun, it's Lance. That's out to the flat for Akers. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there.
Defensively, they came into the game with the understanding they're going to have to slow him down on passes just like this because he was over 100 yards receiving a week ago. And you know they want to get him involved here as well.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 7 yards there on the first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Ball at the 14 for 2nd and 5. On the handoff, running left is Akers. 40 yards rushing for him here. What a start to the ball game. It's 1st and goal. The impressive opening drive continues and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
And a good job of just fighting through one tackle there to pick up about 3. 2nd down coming up. They'll motion out one of the tight ends. They'll look to run with Akers. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Cam Akers Shamrocks get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. First quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And that makes the score 7-0.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. This will come out to the 25 as Lewis going to opt to not return it. First look at the Cowboys offense as Dak Prescott gets ready to guide them.
And he comes to the end of the season leading the NFL in passing yards. And that's not necessarily something you set out to do at the beginning of the year, but it's a good illustration of how remarkable and consistent he's been all season.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. The short one there taken in by Ferguson. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And that will bring up 2nd down. The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And Pollard going to pick up a Cowboys 1st down as he'll be brought down at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Going to run again here with Pollard. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. When you look at this defense, they're trying to cover up some holes in the secondary. Right now, bottom 5 in the league against the pass at number 28.
And the easy thought process is that stopping the run is the least of their problems because they're facing the #1 passing team in the NFL. But if they don't stop the run as well, then that just opens up the passing game even more. They've got to do both.
Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go. Now Prescott. Open man, right side, it's Lamb. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. 3rd and 7 now. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Buying time to his left. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down. Pollard will take it up the gut. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. 1st down, and it's Pollard again. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. From the red zone now, Prescott. Throw left side, complete. That's Ferguson. So the completion good for just 3. And it'll be 2nd down. Prescott. That's dumped off to Pollard. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8. To throw is Prescott. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side. rhythm that gets established, right? When you're running it well and the back's getting the ball and he's in sync and reading blocks, and the offensive line wants to continue to pound away. Haven't met an offensive lineman yet that likes to pass block more than he likes to run block. And that last drive, we saw the end result, didn't we?
Yep. And Lance has it knocked free. The ball is loose. One of the linebackers has got it. And they will set up shop, red zone territory at the 13-yard line. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that sixth sense, doesn't he?
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand this is the amount you have, make sure the ball's going.
And he lost the football. It's going the other way. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And they put it on the ground here on the second drive. And, of course, Charles, that follows drive number 1 where they had the INT.
Makes you wonder what's going on with this team because a lot of times we can attribute it to nerves, but maybe it's a lack of focus. Maybe it's the preparation for the game. Maybe they just came into a little lackadaisical because that's just not looking good at all. That's just not the football that we came here to see.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They fake the handoff. Now Lance. That's caught. It's Josh Downs. A big play there. 45 yards.
Despite writing it down in my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Lance to throw it. Complete. Smith has it. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. And the Cowboys here on third down bringing in an extra defensive back. They'll run a draw now with Akers. And they're able to stop him short. On 3rd and 6, they'll only pick up 4. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Blankenship's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So able to add on to their first half lead here, Charles, forcing the miscue with a fumble and then turning that into 3 points.
Yeah, more than happy to accept any mistakes the other side is willing to make. No problem. You turn it over, we'll take that, and we'll use it to expand our lead.
This will come out to the 25. It's Lewis going to opt to not return it. The Cowboy offense going to head out now late in this first half. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. First down, Prescott. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Now Prescott. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Here's Prescott. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, there's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Looking to throw. Prescott. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this ball recovered by the offense. But remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. So we have reached halftime with our score 10-0. 10-0 is our score as we get started again on EA Sports. This will come out to the 25 as Lewis going to opt to not return it. Out come the Cowboys now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter three.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
And that has to be a little bit discouraging, because after all their halftime talk, adjustments and points of emphasis, their first drive ends with an interception. Absolutely aggravating if you're a head coach, because you spent all that time, gone through every situation possible, and it still ends in a turnover.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And they'll have good field position here following the interception, and a chance to build on their lead as they start with a 1st and 10. And a good stiff arm there before he's brought down on a nice little gain. 67 yards rushing for him now to this point. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Now a play fake. Lance over the middle and complete to Waddle. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They'll run on 1st down with Akers. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Cam Akers with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Shamrocks take advantage of the field position on the turnover to cash in for 6.
Sometimes offense, if you get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. This will come out to the 25 as Lewis going to opt to not return it. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
This one happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it, because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Here's a screen now for Pollard. Pushing his way through. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 11 yards and a Cowboy 1st down. Pollard going to try the right side to the 43, 2nd down.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety, being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU most valuable. Oh, Prescott stripped. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
But that was a big oops right there. But how about his ability to correct it? Loses the football, able to get it back himself.
Yeah, pounced right back on it, keeps possession. Prescott from the gun on 3rd. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. Got his man, and I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds so possession will stay the same. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Prescott to throw it. He finds his man, Pollard. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there, because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Throwing, Prescott. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Emmanuel Forbes. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, I mean, you get it. They're trying to make something happen here in this 3rd quarter, CD, but I don't think a pick 6 is exactly what they had in mind.
No, not at all, because this offense, they've been stuck all game long. Haven't dented the scoreboard yet, and they're kind of forced to take a few chances here, and that one, it backfired in a big way.
Blankenship out for the point after. And the lead is now 24. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This will come out to the 25 as Lewis going to opt to not return it. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Option play, here's Pollard. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Prescott now. Swinging this out for Pollard. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And it'll be 2nd down. Now Prescott. Throw complete right side to Cooks. And he's brought down. This one good for a 1st down, and also that is catch number 90 for him now on the season. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. There again is Cooks, complete. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 12 more yards for him there. It's a 1st down. Prescott. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Emmanuel Forbes. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection. And now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the 6th sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. On 1st down, they'll start out with Akers. And despite a nice juke there, really good move, he only gets about a yard, and it brings up 2nd down. They work now on 2nd and 9. Play action, now it's Lance. Steps away. A wild throw there, and it is intercepted. picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Emmanuel Forbes. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back to the score.
Partner hoping to hold a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
Now Blankenship on for the PAT. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. This will come out to the 25 as Lewis going to opt to not return it. Dallas offense set for this next drive. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. Back to it after the pick six. Prescott. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. To throw is Prescott. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And his crew will take over with the football at the 35-yard line.
As they say, this game hasn't exactly been one for the books. I mean, we're into the 4th quarter here, and now this happens, another turnover. Not one that they're going to hold up and say, yeah, this has been a banner day.
Absolutely. Still sitting on 0. A little bit of space there for the 1st down run as that's going to get him about 5 yards. 2nd down, they'll go with Akers again. And he will make his way back to where he started from, and that's all, as we will make our way to the 2-minute warning. Now Lance going to throw. They'll set up the screen here to Akers. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. That one looks like he'll throw here. Flushed out right. Throw right side, going to be caught here by Waddle. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21. Here now, 2nd and 4. And they fake the handoff. Now Lance. And his throw is incomplete. Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference to see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Sometimes you get a 1st and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line, and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on 1st down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
Rodrigo Blankenship on for the PAT. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Well, I have to admit, I'm scratching my head a little bit here trying to make sense of what I just saw. Number 1, huge lead. Just kick the extra point and be done with it. Number 2, if you are going to go for 2, Just line up and go for it from the 2-yard line. Why make it so difficult? That's a long way to go to try and pick up some points.
The Cowboys about set to take over on offense. At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the fourth quarter, facing the big deficit. What silver linings, what can they look to do here offensively?
You know, it's funny, I talked about this with a coach in the offseason and kind of had this scenario, like what feels good to you and what feels good to your team. You're down big. You really have like one possession left, and you're trying to put points on the board that don't matter. But do they? And he told me they actually do matter. And in this situation, he's going to try and run the best offense he can run, have at least a little bit of confidence to take away from that game. So right now, they're going to try their best to get something up on the board and not get shut out.
One last shot now for Prescott. That is caught. And he will have a Cowboys first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2.
So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together.